Hey there. We are over halfway through our class, and although we are changing directions and going with our new book, which is a guidance guide to early childhood leaders, we are still going to be talking about different tips and techniques to go forward. And this week I want to talk about an ABC chart. This is not like an alphabet chart, it is specifically a chart designed to help teachers and early childhood educators identify certain behaviors and then try to see what is leading up to that. So A, B, C, antecedent, what happened before, behavior, what the child is doing, and then C, the consequence. Usually you'll see a final column where notes can be made, and it's really good when you find yourself working with a child who is exhibiting some behaviors that make it difficult for them to function in the classroom. We would call them a child who is challenged with certain behaviors. Then we would be able to identify what the ongoing behaviors, there might be more than one, but specifically if there's something that you see presenting itself over and over again, an ABC chart can really help you identify what might have been the trigger before that behavior began. So the A, the antecedent, what happened before, what was the behavior, and then what was the consequence, and sometimes it's a natural consequence that happens as a result of their behavior. Now, you might say, well, I don't know what happened right before, it just happens. So sometimes you need to take reflection, and it can be like the time of day, what's going on in the classroom. It might not be something that necessarily happened to that child particularly, but maybe there's a particular time in the day that is a little bit chaotic, or maybe there is something specific that's going on with a child. Maybe it's when somebody gets too close to them, or someone takes something that belongs to them, or they don't have the words to express the frustration that they're feeling. So an ABC chart, very beneficial in helping us track, helping us reflect. And we've talked some about the need for observation, but it really is a critical piece, especially when you have children who need additional attention socially, emotionally, and in self-control matters. It's a good idea to just take time to reflect and watch them in the classroom. If you are a leader, you're a lead teacher, you're a center director, you're an assistant director, you're a program, maybe a curriculum director, you can help the people working in classrooms by giving them time to observe and also observing yourself. Time is something that I feel like we never have enough of in this field. And so we wish that we would be able to just sit and watch children. And sometimes we can, but sometimes classroom teachers need someone to come in and take over for them, or another set of eyes, or perhaps video that we could go back and watch later. Reflecting is a critical piece in being able to make adjustments, just like we do with curriculum. When we plan curriculum, it's based on what we've observed, the interests of the children, their abilities, right? Developmentally appropriate activities that we want to implement. We reflect, we teach, we give them opportunities to practice the skills, then we reflect again. And the same thing has to apply when we talk about working to help a child change behaviors. Remember, we're not talking about disciplining them, we're talking about guiding them and teaching them these key concepts. And so reflection is an important part of that. The ABC chart fits right into that. It requires reflection. What happened before? What was the behavior? And then what happened as a consequence? So I encourage you, look them up online. I tried to find an easy example. You can clearly make your own. Grab a piece of paper, write ABC across the top and in columns. You can also find several online They're available on Etsy and different places. Like for $1, you could just download it, but you can pretty much look at it and create your own. And hopefully you can use that, and it'll give you an opportunity to reflect and think about what might be happening right before. And then once you identify what's happening, how can you help that child anticipate? Maybe they need more warnings before a transition. How can you change things slightly to help avoid or encourage children to work through different situations? Okay, hope you have a great week.